haven't been making any videos in way too long. A large part of that is just me being way too fucking lazy, so let's fix that. So to get back into the whole video making thing, I want to talk about a movie I saw, what's it, 3 days ago now? Something like that. How to Tame Your Dragon Free. I mostly want to talk about a problem I have with 2 and 3, and I don't know if 1 had the same problem, but yeah, I have some problems with the series. Let me start off by saying that I fucking adore this series. I really love a lot about it. Just the attention to details, the world building, the thought that has gone into all the different types of dragons. It looks like they really figured them all out. They know exactly how every dragon works, and it's not just simple basic dragon, it's actually really thinking about it, really making different types of dragons that really feel different and believable-ish. I mean, they're dragons, but for them being dragons, they make a lot of sense, I guess. There is just a lot of paying attention to details, like a lot of the dragons, they all move differently, they all fly differently, just the build of all the dragons is completely different. I love that detail. Which also goes right into what all the humans have. For instance, light spoilers for the first movie, I think. Hiccup's prosthetic leg. He made a rather fancy one. That has both a mode for when he is riding his dragon, when he is riding Toothless, and a mode for walking. And I think that's just his leg in the second movie. I think he updated it for the third movie or something. But yeah, every time he dismounts Toothless, which happens a fair few times, I don't think we really see him mounting up, but every time he dismounts, you can see him changing that leg. You can see him basically flicking something on his leg to make it work. Just the armor. His armor also has some fancy tricks to it, and it looks believable. I mean, not quite, it looks believable in universe. I mean, it won't be able to do a lot of the things that it's able to do, but it looks like in that universe it would be able to do it. There is just a lot of attention to detail. And more spoilers for the second movie, he has a fancy sword, which is a flaming sword, because holy fuck, of course it is bloody awesome. Except that it is also kind of not. I mean, it's not just a sword that is on fire, because that would be awesome, but it's way more awesome when how the sword works makes perfect sense in universe. It works on one of the gases that one of the dragons uses to spew fire. And they use that really interestingly. It's just so interesting, and just also how the humans and the dragons, how they kind of communicate, and especially when Hiccup communicates with dragons he doesn't know and to get them to calm down and stuff like that. It doesn't feel like a simple 1-2 trick. It seems like a let's figure this stuff out, let's be interesting, oh, I love it, I love that detail. That detail is so awesome. Just I want to watch the movies again because that detail is so perfect. And now I'm going into really strong spoilers for the second and third movie. So if you haven't seen them, go watch them. Yes, I have a big criticism. Doesn't fucking matter. Alright? I have a big criticism. but that big criticism isn't important enough to not make these movies fucking awesome. It's just one thing that you might not want to pay attention to, and that's just kind of weird. But yeah, go watch these movies, and if you have seen these movies, then you can listen to this part. So, what was my big criticism? The movies absolutely suck at messaging, I think. Because, let's start with the second movie. The message is... be stubborn? That seems to kind of be the message of the movie. That being stubborn is a good thing. I mean, on one side, I can get that. Sometimes it is good to stand behind your point. It's good to not just go with the flow at any moment. But it's also, I mean, it seems to kind of say, be stubborn and learn for yourself if it works or not, if your ideas work or not. Which is just kind of strange. So yeah, that movie has a bit of a strange message. The third movie has this problem a lot more. Because what's kind of the central idea of these movies? Well, if you have seen the first movie, then you definitely know that the message is, hey, if we work together, if we understand each other, then we can achieve great things. Which is literally part of Toothless. What he can do is that basically personified. He can't fly unless he has help of another person. Together they can fly, alone he can't. That is basically the entire idea that seems to be the main running theme in a nutshell. Basically just this character, how this character works, how he functions, is the idea of cooperation. And I mean, already at the first movie I kind of had a minor problem with this, because that also means that he is now bound to a person, which kind of has some kind of iffy things to me, but okay, minor detail. That's really easy to overlook. Just, okay, yeah, he can't fly now without another person, while the other person, yeah, he's also kind of disabled, but in a less relying on other people way. But the reason why the third movie kind of doesn't sit well for me is it ends with them saying we shouldn't be together. Because, I mean, in the universe it makes sense. The universe, that world, is a dangerous place for the dragons. So it is for them a good thing to split up. Except that the movie, it kind of seems like the movie feels like it needs to have a message. It's a kids movie, so it needs to have a message. Except that the message doesn't seem to fit with the series. The entire series is, hey, we can understand dragons, and we can understand the other, and we can work with the other to achieve great things. And then at the last movie they say, no, actually don't do that because that's harmful. What? How? No. That is not what you have been going for the entire time. It's so strange that they kind of do this flip at the end. I mean, don't get me wrong, it feels like a good conclusion, which the third movie definitely is. It is a complete conclusion. It kind of feels like a conclusion like how the, fifth Pirates of the Caribbean movie also has a conclusion of, yeah, okay, all the magical elements are now gone. Spoilers for that movie, by the way. But all the magical elements of the world are now gone. Okay, that's that's definitely fucking over any potential for you to make further movies, but definitely puts an end to them. But why would you end your series with a message that goes in complete opposition of the series? It makes it feel almost like, well, it makes it really feel like they made the movie, they had the entire story for the movie written down, and then realized again, oh yeah, this is a kids movie, it needs to have a message. It's so baffling, it's so weird. Yeah, that's just one element of these movies that I don't like, the message. I mean, not so much the message that it shows, but more the message that it says. It says, the second movie just talks about how it's good to be stubborn. That is, if I remember correctly, and I saw the movie like, I don't know, a week ago at this point, the movie literally says, yes, be stubborn, that's a good thing. And now this movie says, yeah, kind of let people go, which is a good thing, but the entire series up to this point was, we are together, and that's the great thing. And now it's let go, and I mean, I get it, let go is also a good theme, it's a good message, but oh, it's so weird. It's so weird, and I don't really like it. It's just the one element of these movies that I don't like, which really annoys me, because the rest of the movies are so awesome. They're just stupid details. For instance, one of the characters has her weapon on the back of the saddle of her dragon. And when that dragon disappears and she goes into battle, she doesn't have that weapon. She doesn't have the weapon she always has. I mean, it's a minute detail, and I fucking love it. I love these movies. It's just that there is this one element in them that seems to be an afterthought, which they didn't really seem to think about, or, I mean, they probably thought about it pretty hard, but it just doesn't fit. They can't quite get it to fit. At least that's what it feels like to me. I mean, I might be an idiot. I'm probably an idiot. It's just, I don't like it. So yeah, thank you for watching. Go see these movies. I mean, I already told you to go see these movies and stop watching this video, but if you didn't listen, go see these movies. They're fucking awesome. I will. I'm going to watch them again, probably. I'll be very happy to include probably the trailers for these movies in this video, because it's just me talking. I love these movies. It's just this one stupid element that doesn't seem to work for me. But the rest of the movies are so awesome that they completely make up for that and kind of inspire a D&D character that I would really like to play, but currently am not yet, because I'm having serious trouble getting into a game again, because there are way more people who want to play than there are people who want to DM, and I need to shut up now because this video is going to get long and I really don't want to not finish this video because it's too much work to do. So yeah, this has been Phoenix, saying farewell. Go watch these movies.